Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Three Stacks, and today I'm showing you an insane lit and just explosive version of my Hero to Perfection deck. It's just on a whole different level, you guys. I'm bringing you that spice today. I've been taking some time to work on this deck, just really improving it and its weaknesses, and I think its backbone really was not relying on the extra deck to begin with, so I've made it more focused on main decks and also given it just that spice and more potent plays. The deck's consistency is actually multiplied. It's just insane. The ceiling, I think the ceiling's increased even higher with the new mechanic that I've incorporated into the deck's playstyle. It's less delicate. It's much more refined. I believe that the deck has just grown an instant backbone, and it just allows it to just randomly out of nowhere just implicate all these just crazy sophisticated plays that are just not as simple as the deck was before, because the deck, it was consistent but it was simple, and the new play style that I've incorporated in it has just given it just more consistency. It's also given it more of a balance between attack and defense, and also just definitely made the deck faster. That's the best way to say it too. It's just made it a lot better. But yeah, I'm gonna hop into this main deck without any further ado, and you guys will see the new engine. It's a surprise. I can't tell you right now. But we have the bosses. We have Christia and the man himself. Get these on the board. You can almost guaranteed win. We're running a 2 pom pom girl. She's bricky for the new build. It was a necessary 3 of, in my previous build, but she's a little bricky for the new build. I just can't afford to draw too many of her. I can afford to draw 1, but running her at 3 is like drawing her 2 of her was just like not good. And then for basically the clutch stuff, we got triple issue. We've got 3 staff. We've got 3 chair. The consistent plays of the deck. So surprise! Now you guys see it's Dark Lord Heralds. It's really clutch. It's honestly just a high idea, but I wanted to test it out, and it's really powerful. But yeah, these are your power plays. These 9 cards, you get these. It's just clutch. Really clutch. It just saves your life. The handy Manny, because he's just very potent. I think running him at 2 would really help the deck just for more, level 4s for rank 4 pushes. But I like the balance of it. And the Norden loop is real. Like, the Norden loop with Superbia and Norden is so insane in this deck. As long as you can keep that loop consistently, you make rank 4 plays and you still get your rank 8 plays at the same time. It's just crazy. So yeah, I would definitely say that even though I have the one handy Mandy, just being able to abuse the ability of Superbia, just man, with Norden, it's so clutch. It extremely overextends your Star Seraph plays. Like, my Star Seraph combos are more deadly in this deck than they were before, and that's like my favorite combo, you guys. Like, I love the Star Seraph combo, and I resolve it every time I make Hera. Like, I search the pieces for it. So like the way I picture it is like when I make Herald, right? This is his throne that he sits on, and he just wields that staff, and he's just like, who plays Yu-Gi-Oh and who doesn't, basically. So yeah, I think of these guys as just like one, basically. But yeah, double Superbia, really clutch. Overextend your Star Surf plays. This is pretty much your XYZ spam engine. I could only afford to run 2 Superbias just because it was space issues and also breaking things. I just didn't want to draw too many too many cards that can't stand alone by themselves at once, basically. He combos well with other cards in the deck, though, definitely. Double Zerato, this guy's like the main push. He's really powerful. Definitely going second. This is just one of my main go-tos. Like, I'll use my banishment just to search him if I have to, just to get him out. Because he's just really powerful. Just blow out, destroy everything, make a rank 8. Really clutch. I like him a lot. He really helps the deck going second. Baits out strikes, just baits out effects, and then you just make your Herald anyway. It's just crazy. And one douchebag, it was a little tight on space. I honestly could have took one of the Zeratas out and made it a Dark Lord Nastin, but I tested them out, and I actually don't run enough Dark Lord cards in my main deck, actually, just to be able to consistently resolve Nastin, even as a 1-of. He's better in the pure build, but for this one, I decided I needed an additional effect aside from Ichel. So I want to run the one douchebag. So basically you can combo off. And since I only run 2 of the Dark Lord spell and traps, which is basically the contact and the banishment, the idea is you want to get these 2 on the field, play contact, play banishment, they use their effects, and then use them again. So that's the main reason why I just had to incorporate him into the main deck, because I just wanted another one, because their on field effects are once per turn. So it's like if you want to abuse multiple spells and traps, you kind of have to have another one. So yeah, that sums up the monsters. The idea is you kind of want to make like a rank 8 or a rank 10 alongside your Herald with the Arc Lord Christia first turn, and it's consistent. Like the deck is actually able to consistently make, you know, Hope Harbinger, Herald, and Arc Lord Christia. Like it's insane what the deck does. It's crazy. But yeah, that's it for the monster count. And then we're gonna hop right into these spells. This is where the sauce really kicks in. So we've got 3 pre-prep, the best +1 in the game in my opinion. Recyclable in the deck. Everything about it is just great. And then the prep, so we've got pretty much the prep lineup, the prep brigade, and then we've got triple banishment, basically the Rhoda, the Stratos of the deck. It's just really clutch. The searchability of this deck is insane. And then for more searching, we have triple Ritual Sanctuary, really, really clutch. It's insane. It's actually the most consistent and reliable spell of all. Even better than pre-prep because you just get more longevity, more value out of this one card. Especially if it's able to just stick around for a couple turns, like you just generate a lot of advantage, you know, a lot of pluses off of just this one field spell. It's just insanely broken, so powerful. It keeps you in the game, it grinds, search for days, load up your grave with spells, you know, just really clutch. And another broken thing about it is all your one-ups, you can recycle your one-up, you know, just put it back into the deck, you know, the one prep just becomes 3 preps. The banishment, you know, the Dark Lord spells and traps, you can recycle them with this. So I think this is an MVP, and it's definitely one of the best searchers. So yeah, we pretty much for your lineup of searchers, you pretty much just got the standard. You've got the preps. You've got, I call this Las Vegas. The banishment, really consistent. And since you run such a large amount of search cards in the deck, naturally you're able to just cycle through your resources and just get what you need all the time. And then for draw power, we have a double Pot of Desires, double Allure of Darkness, and double Trading. Naturally, the only one that I really can afford to draw multiples of was Allure of Darkness originally, and I did have it at 3. But the thing was, I found it that, like, you know, when I was being greedy with the allures, I was wasting my Dark Lords, and then like I found in a grind game, like the ones that I banished, I really needed them. And since I run such a low count of Dark Lords in the actual main deck, you know, 2 allures is like what I can afford. You can definitely run 3. You have enough targets to get away with it, but it's also a spell. So your Ritual Sanctuary, it can just recycle Allure of Darkness, you know, so you can use it again. It can recycle your trade-in, so you can use it again. I only have 5 targets for trade-in, and then the desires, you know, you just kind of have to. You run multiples of practically everything, so you can afford all these spells for draw power. So yeah, we got pretty much a consistent lineup on the spells. You know, we got all your searchers, then you've got all your draw power, and then to sum up the basically the engine based spells, we've got double Optimus Prime. This should have won in the search pile with everything else actually. So yeah, basically that's your searchers, that's your search and your draw power of the deck. So you can imagine how insanely consistent the deck is when it already was to begin with, and it just, you know, it was like a Necros 2.0 deck. Like Herald of Perfection was already consistent, like just really, really clutch. Like the deck is just so resilient. And then for our playmakers, we have double Dawn, double Contact, and 2 Instant Fusion. Now Contact originally was at 3, but it was breaking for me. It was breaking too much for me. I just couldn't afford to run it at 3. It's totally searchable, you know, through the deck. You can tutor it out pretty simply, and it's also recyclable through your Ritual Sanctuary, which is another thing that you have to just, you know, keep in mind. So yeah, you can run it at 3 and it'll be good sometimes, but starting up, it's not always gonna be ideal. But I'm still actually basically tweaking with the deck. So this is where I'm at right now. I really do love the deck and what it does. Its playstyle is very, very, it's aggressive, and it also is just like very trolly, you know, it has lockdowns. But yeah, let's hop into this extra deck. MVP Norden. This guy just makes a lot of my plays just insane. I get so much free stuff off of this one card. It's just crazy. Superbia Norden is just real. It's even more broken than Fusion Substitute. It's crazy. Then we got Pain Gainer. This helps when you're going second. You just make him blow up all the monsters, you know. For rank 10s, you got Super Dora and Dreadnought. Dreadnought actually really comes clutch, especially when you're going into time, you know. Make this, burn them for 2,000. If he lives a turn, you half your opponent's life points. Yeah, really, really clutch. Like these guys a lot. And then Zombie Stein. Another thing that I should mention is when you have Dora on the field, you can protect your Herald even more. and, you know, protect your Christia. So yeah, Dora is really clutch going first. And we got Zombie Stein, you know, Titanic Galaxy, Lancelot, Felgrand. These are just more boss monsters. If you can make these alongside the Herald, even if they kaiju the Herald, at least you still have a boss monster, you know, to control your opponent's plays. And if they don't, then you just really have control over the game. The Utopia package, basically the Star Seraph targets, and I have to absolutely have to run 2 Emeralds and my baby Pom Pom Girl. But Emerald is really the MVP. He's clutch because he recycles my Star Seraphs, he recycles my Deltaros and my Ouroboros. You know, he recycles pretty much everything in the deck, but the main thing I use him for is recycling my Star Seraph plays, so I can just keep abusing and looping that Norden. It's just so clutch. But yeah, that's it for the deck, you guys. Tell me what you think. Definitely shout outs to Arcana Force the World. I tested this card out. It's really broken. I really wanted to incorporate it in the main deck just to show you guys because it was just, you know, it was insane. It was really clutch. It works, but it didn't work enough for me. I'll definitely say that if I incorporate this in the future into my deck, I'm going to have to find space for these to be able to resolve this more successfully. But yeah, if you guys want to, you know, try this build out, you know, I recommend, I don't ever, what's the word? I don't ever recommend that you completely net deck, but if you guys like the idea and you want to try the deck out, you can try it out with him and see if you have better luck with me. But I definitely wish so badly that I could have ran him in my main deck because it was really clutch, you know, just having the world skipping your opponent's turn, and it was like, you know, having the Herald with that, you know, the Christia, it's like just how are you supposed to play to begin with? You know, it's crazy. But yeah, that's it for now, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Be safe. Have a wonderful day. Take care of your business. And I hope you guys all can, you know, just be prosperous this year. You know, just be blessed and get more than you've ever had. Achieve your dreams. Do what you want to do. You know, find out your true calling. Be a blessing to others, you know. Man, just pray for you guys to live prosperous lives. Thank you guys so much, and we'll be hearing from you soon. Peace.